All right, so I'm gonna give you a quick little tutorial. I'm gonna try and do it as fast as I can so it's not super long. Okay, so you have NR, which is right here. So I'm gonna take the shape brush, I'm gonna take the fluffy end, I'm gonna dip into this guy. And what I recommend doing is taking a before photo of yourself in front of a window because you're gonna be surprised at how much like the littlest amount will get you. And you'll just be surprised. You can always add, just like everything else, right? But if we're just going for a super simple basic look, I'm just gonna grab that NR and apply that and dust it, okay? I'm gonna flip it and use the smaller end and go into it again. Get some product on that smaller end. And then I'm just gonna kind of run under here. You'll feel kind of that bone and you wanna go kind of like right underneath it. You do not wanna work on blemishes. You don't wanna work on any distractions right now. We are just sculpting at the very, very beginning. And like I said, if you wanna do your nose, you can pinch that small end. Here's the big one, here's the small, I'm just gonna pinch it and almost make like a fan. And you can just lightly run down the sides. I swear, it's like the smallest amount, okay? And then after we do that, then we can add that blush, which is that R5 that you have, which is right here. So again, you just need like the lightest amount. And then I just kind of do where I would have a natural flush. Like if I went for a run, which I don't, but if I did, that's kind of where I'm wanting to kind of put that color, okay? And you can always add, you wanna make sure that you like your sculpt and you like your blush before you move on. I want my little guy in the back. Okay, so there's that kind of that cute redness to it. You can flip and use that same color and kind of just perk. And I just do like a really light dusting. I'm gonna take that small end, I'm gonna go into, you have R01s. I'm gonna go into it right here. And this is where I'm gonna kind of dust it underneath, kind of in this whole area down here. I'm just gonna grab the smallest amount and dust it under this area. And then you can also, if you feel like, see, I have kind of a greeny yellow, and so I'll do a light dusting kind of around my beard. So then once we've got your sculpt on and we've got your blush, right, the lip color, and then we've done a little bit of that other toning under the eye, now this is where we can really start to neutralize any blemish. The thing that you're gonna have to pay attention to is what do your blemishes look like. So for me, I have a lot of these up in here, these dots, are just acne scars. They're old blemishes, but we still have color there, right? This guy down here is a lot more like, he's fresh, he's new, and so he's gonna be a different color than these guys. But for these guys, I'm gonna go with Y01, the ones that are a little bit more, you can just tell they're like healing. And you need, I'm taking the spot brush, the smallest end, and seriously just like dab. It's so little. And then I just start to just lightly go where I see those blemishes, and I just do a really light feather of them. And then I will come back if I need to, but the idea is that you're trying to hit right in the middle of those blemishes, okay, and those distractions. And again, it's such a little amount of product, and you're just hitting the things that your eyes are being drawn to. But now that we even just that small amount will really help the eye not look at it. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm not gonna go super in depth with you today, but just to kind of show you, those are the more like the Y01. I have a lot of redness around my nose. Y01 does a good job with that too. 01 and 03 also do a fine job too, kind of neutralizing that redness. It's usually more of a blue. Okay, so let's work on this guy. So that one, I'm actually gonna take this 03. Think of like a dart target. Then there's the outer target, and then there's the spot right in the middle that you're trying to throw your darts at. That is kind of what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get right in the middle of the blemish, because there's a lot of color around the blemish, but right in the middle is where there's that really loud color. So I'm taking 03, and I'm not trying to get it all the way around the blemish. I'm just trying to hit it right in the middle. And then I'm gonna use Y01, the one I was just using, and kind of do almost the outer circle of that blemish. And then you can either like dab so lightly with your finger, you can flip your brush and kind of dab with that. And then again, if you need to kind of come in with just like a little bit, you can. But then the idea is that you leave it alone and go keep finishing whatever you need to finish. If there's more blemishes that you wanna filter, go do that. And then when you're done, come back at the end and look at it and say, okay, do I need to add anything else to it? Does it need to get anything else? This to me needs a touch more of that Y01. Okay, and maybe even a touch of 01. But then it's completely like erased, disappeared, you can't see it. So I'm gonna go do the rest and then I'll come right back. And then the last thing I'm gonna touch on is just kind of under eye area that you can filter out as well. So if you have the spot brush again, a lot of us have a lot of blues and purples. So I would try Y01 kind of up in this area, or even 03 to kind of neutralize that, because that is a lot more blue and now it's a lot more neutral. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any more questions, let me know, okay?